What is the most important piece of technology in crypto that is set to unlock trillions of dollars in value? Look, here's the crazy thing. Almost no one's even talking about it or knows about it. The answer is cross-chain interoperability. The seamless exchange of assets across various blockchains and Web3 applications is perhaps the most critical piece of technology for mainstream adoption. Among the rising stars in this transformative space, Axelar, a powerhouse driving this paradigm shift. We are witnessing the convergence of centralized and decentralized systems right before our eyes, and major players, including giants like Microsoft and MasterCard, those guys, are teaming up with Axelar to transform this vision into a tangible reality for developers. So what's the magic ingredient here? Well, it's the birth of the Super App, an entity that transcends the boundaries of individual chains and unites entire network effects across the vast expanse of the internet. And at the middle of all that is Axelar. This video is going to explain what Axelar is and why it's time to pay attention. Before we get into how Axelar is changing up the game, some housekeeping. Thanks to Axelar for sponsoring this video. This video is an educational video. It is not a solicitation or recommendation to buy the AXL token. Furthermore, investing in cryptocurrency is risky. Please see my full risk in portfolio disclosure statement in the description to understand those risks. And finally, I do own AXL tokens. At the current time, I have no intention of selling these until the market cycle starts to peak. I will also leave some links in the description where you can learn a lot more about Axelar and what they are doing, including a recent AMA they did that explains the new breakdown in tokenomics. All that being said, what the heck is Axelar, man? Well, Axelar serves as the comprehensive interoperability foundation for the Web3 ecosystem. This network transforms blockchain into a versatile development platform, seamlessly merging various networks into an interconnected internet of blockchains, safeguarded by its proof of stake token, AXL. Users can effortlessly access any digital asset or application with a single click, while developers benefit from a user-friendly API and a rich ecosystem of tools and service providers. Axelar, along with the AXL token, forms the backbone of blockchain infrastructure that is enabling a novel breed of internet applications that assemble like Lego blocks. It leverages both public blockchains and traditional systems akin to how Akami facilitated the development and commercialization of Web 2 in the 2000s, enabling the seamless flow of rich and interactive content right across a global mosaic of computer networks. This is particularly crucial in the realm of artificial intelligence, for example, where the potential for misuse and the creation of deceptive data on an unprecedented scale is a significant concern. Blockchains thus serve as an indispensable trust arbiter, and an interoperability layer like Axelar is vital to ensure the seamless integration of these systems across networks. Supported chains already include ETH, Arbitrum, Optimism, Base, Matic, Linea, Cosmos, and more. In total, more than 45 blockchains and over $6.5 billion in transactions have already been done at the time of recording this video. As the network grows with more chains and applications, the demand for broader connections, enhanced security, and simplified multi-chain development has surged, which is the perfect segue to introducing the Axelar virtual machine. This virtual machine transforms interoperability into a customizable layer, empowering developers to craft smart contracts on Axelar. It facilitates the scaling of interchain deployments and allows developers to program the cross-chain networking layer seamlessly. This development also introduces two new products: the Interchain Amplifier. One, this service offers a permissionless model, enabling effortless creation of connections to the Axelar network and its interconnected chains. And second, the Interchain Maestro, serving as an orchestrator. Interchain Maestro aids developers in deploying and managing their multi-chain decentralized applications, dApps. Developers can create applications once and then run them across multiple platforms, which is game-changing. Notably, the Interchain Token service, a part of Interchain Maestro, has been successfully tested on the network already. Now let's discuss the overlay network. You see, the challenge in the evolving Web3 landscape is the imminent surge in Ethereum Layer 2s. You might have noticed it's been pretty popular recently, but it has led to a fragmented ecosystem, and thus creating a complex network of interconnected chains, each with specific components of transaction execution. The dilemma thus lies in preserving interoperability among these chains while allowing them to seamlessly interact between smart contracts and ensure user-friendly experiences. So how does Axelar solve this problem? problem, the one-click transaction, that's how, thus simplifying your cross-chain activities that traditionally involved wrapped assets and bridges and all kinds of other nonsense. This approach prioritizes user experience, make it easier for you, automating function calls, gas payments, transaction recovery, and fast finality. Axelar's network and ecosystem application provide execution services, gas services, monitoring tools, and fast finality gadgets, thus ensuring that cool and smooth cross-chain interaction. Axelar's unique approach involves overlay networks inspired again by Akami's role in the early internet commercialization. Acting as an overlay network across chains, Axelar thus offers multiple connectivity paths, ensuring faster, more secure, and cost-effective packet delivery. Their developer tools also facilitate orchestration, creating programmable cross-chain network products like the interchain token service, for example, for easy deployment and management of tokens across multiple blockchains, which you're seeing is becoming an increasingly important thing, thus fostering user-friendly applications and transforming your crypto internet experience. Now let's talk about tokenomics. Axelar is currently going through a big shakeup in terms of tokenomics. Numerous additional Ethereum virtual machine connections, including layer 2, L2 connections, and of course modular solutions, are all set to increase activity on the Axelar network. Axelar network is thus preparing its technical infrastructure for a surge in new chain connections with short-term, medium-term, and long-term strategies to handle all of this happening. In the short term, they plan to modify inflation parameters, reducing it to 0.3% per external chain, and to introduce a gas burning mechanism to counterbalance inflation. Token burning, in case you don't know, is a proven way of attracting value to tokens over time. So I like seeing this. This also aims to maintain decentralization while accommodating more ethereal virtual machine compatible chains, aka layer 2s. Medium-term plans involve transitioning to the Axelar virtual machine connections, enabling customizable and permissionless network setups without additional inflation for new connections. Developers would establish connections through smart contract templates funded by AXL rewards, treasuries, projects, or gas fees. This strategy thus avoids external inflation to support new chains. In the long term, Axelar intends to implement light clients utilizing technologies like zero-knowledge proofs for connections with the amplifier. This approach thus eliminates the need for external validator incentives or relying on relayers just for transaction verification. P.S. They just did a Twitter space on this, really breaking this down in a lot more detail. Link in the description. Now let's talk about the people backing and using Axelar technology. First, we should note the investors: Coinbase, Binance, Polychain, Dragonfly, other big names, basically some of the biggest names in the industry. That's definitely something not to fade, in my opinion. But investors only get you so far. What a successful protocol needs is users, and a major route for Axelar is via key technological partners such as Lido Finance, Kyber, PancakeSwap, Osmosis, QuickSwap, and some guys called MasterCard and Microsoft. You might have heard of them. Going a bit deeper, let's look at some recent news stories. Axelar is now moving Lido's Steth cross-chain that's staked Ethereum. It's done this by connecting the Cosmos universe to all EVM chains, creating a major value bridge. Then there's DYDX, which has been a big DeFi player for quite a while now. Well, DYDX added again, building their own dApp chain on Cosmos. This dApp chain will be able to interoperate with every other chain in Web3, thanks to the integration with Axelar, allowing for one-click onboarding. Final thoughts. The reason I invested in Axelar a few years ago was that I believed the chain interoperability narrative is critical for the future success of all the Web3 world. Value cannot be siloed. Users cannot be siloed, nor do they want to be siloed. The future is interoperable and cross-chain, with users easily moving value across chains and moving themselves across chain depending on their interests and needs on any given day. Axelar is putting itself right in the middle of that future. Reminder, link in the description where you can learn more, and let me know what you think about Axelar down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.